All right, my friends, this is Bobby D coming to you live from Lambon, Cebu, Philippines. I am having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well where you're from. Hey, today we're going to talk about having just a subscriber hangout, Q&As, questions, concerns, statements, anything that's on your mind. Please, subscriber hangout, Q&As, anything that's on your mind in Philippines. Yeah. Woo, what a joy, such a joy it is to come back to you again, my friends. And today, it's just a time me sit back, kick it, you guys out there, my faithful, loyal subscribers, giving you an opportunity to ask your questions and concerns, anything you need to know. Now, yesterday, we discussed a lot of issues. I was on for about an hour or so. And they're very, very constructive conversation. And that's important that you have constructive conversation when you're trying to do move overseas, live overseas, or if you're trying to date a Filipina. Because Filipinas are some of the best women in the world, okay? Overall. However, there are some Filipinos that can be very, 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 very deceitful. And those are the Filipinos that are scammers, okay? Now, for those of you that are just now starting out to date in the Philippines, with a Filipino, you won't have trouble finding them because if you go to any dating site online, there's going to be a ton of them. Because how they do the dating sites is that they will allow the Filipinos to register free of charge on the dating site. Okay? And now how they make their money is those foreigners that want to register on the dating site, they have to pay a fee, monthly fee. Okay? So that's how they get the money. Now, whenever you're dating with a Filipina online, you must assume that you have to assume that she may not be legit. That's your first concern. Hold on, guys. I don't know if you hear that noise. I got to turn the aircon off. Okay, just 1 second. Be right back. All right, guys. Sorry for the delay. Uh, in here in the Philippines, it's all. As I was saying, whenever you're dating online, you have to assume that some Filipinos may not be legit, but some of them will fool you like, "Oh, I'm single. I am just trying to find someone to love me and marry, and we can go and be happy ever after." Mm-hmm. That's the story to give you. But if you're naive and you don't ask the appropriate question, she can find out. You can find out that that person may be married to someone else and may have kids. They're just telling you that to get close to you and gain your trust. One of the things that the scammers in the Philippines do to gain the trust of foreigners is that they tell them these sad, sad stories. Okay, my mama's sick, my baby's sick, my friend's sick, I'm sick. I need food. All kinds of stories that pull at your heartstrings, and you feel sorry for them because most men when they hear some woman about to cry, men don't like to hear women cry anyway. You know that. But when they hear some woman about to shed some tears, they want to go in there, probably want to do something to help. But you have to resist that because I recommend if you're dating online and you're just trying to meet the right person, never send any money to anyone that you have not met in person. Because you don't know them. They could be scamming you, just telling you stuff to get in your pocket. And that's a ripoff. Who wants to be ripped off like that? Nobody. So be careful when you are dating online. Now, for those of you that are already dating online and you verified the person you're dating with is legit, they're not handing you a bunch of stories and lies and deceitfulness. And those person, once you have developed a rapport, and once you have started talking on a regular and frequent basis, and those Filipinos are the ones you want to stick with. Okay, and that you'll be in what's called you're in States or whatever country you're in, and she's here in the Philippines. That will be considered an LDR relationship. Okay? LDR meaning long distance relationship. Now, having a long distance relationship is a challenge, to say the least, because distance, they say, makes the heart grow what? Fonder. Have a tendency to, number one, forget how they are. If you don't talk to them on a regular basis and see them online already, you have a tendency to forget, and you have a tendency to not trust them. Trust is very, very important when dealing with a relationship. What's going on, Andy? Good to see you, man. Trust is very, very important in dealing with a long distance relationship. You have to trust that she's going to do what she's supposed to be doing. She's not sneaking around cheating on you. You have to trust that she is who she says she is, and that she has to do the same thing for you. Hey, it's good afternoon here. Good morning to you in the U.S. of A. It's about 85 degrees here, sunny and bright, very, very hot. And I know it's like summertime there in the U.S. now, so I know it's hot there as well. But when you're dealing with this long distance relationship, you have to be more diligent. You have to pay attention to the person's needs, and they have to pay attention to your needs, because you're not up close and personal on them. You're not there every day. And sometimes when you're not there every day, you have a tendency to do what? Grow apart. Now, how do you bridge that gap? How do you bridge that distance gap? Several ways. Number one, communication. Not just once in a while, like you talk once a week or you talk once a month. No, that's not going to work. She's going to start doing, because people need involvement. People need engagement in their lives. And if you're just talking to her once a week, she needs more than that, and you need more than that, or you're going to get disinterested as well, and you'll be trying to find someone on your side where you live. So have a set time where you guys sit down and okay, this is my talk time. This is my chat time with my lady. And it should be every day. Every day. Once a day, sometimes twice a day. When Lisa D and I were dating, Lisa D and I had a 5-year long distance relationship. 5 years. And that's how I got to know her. The first year we began dating online. Lisa D wanted me married. I said, nah, I'm not. I'm not ready. I didn't know her as well as I did after 5. I didn't know her as well. And I had just come out of a long-term marriage. Okay. So I was like, man, I had to take my time before I jump back into that fire, and it's a struggle when you're married. So 5 years. And I would come out here once or twice a year to see her. Now I was coming out here for 5 years, once or twice a year before I moved here. So 5 years of visiting Philippines, and then 5 years now I'm living here. That's a total of 10 years. So we took a long time. And I encourage every guy out there, if you're dating someone online and you have a long distance relationship, take your time. Don't rush it. You need to get to know that lady, and that lady needs to get to know you. Now, one thing I can tell you is that when you're dealing with a Filipino, they like to rush, rush, rush. They don't like to sit around and just a day to talk, chit chat. They want to take action. They're about getting married quickly, and sometimes that could be good, sometimes it could be bad. But for me, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, Andy says good dating conversation is nothing with visiting her. That's what killed my previous relationship. Okay, right. You got to have daily conversation, and you got to visit. It's both. You need both because you have to inspect and inspect. I did a video on inspecting and expecting, and you have to let them know what you expect from them when you're not there, and then you have to check up. Just like a supervisor, you got to make sure they're doing what they say they're supposed to do, what you told them to do. And so both, you have to do both. That's very, very important if you are to maintain your relationship. Now, Lisa D and I, we dated 5 years online, and she thought I was just playing it. I said, no, I'm not just playing you. You're the only person that I'm dating. I'm exclusively, I'm not a player. I'm not a player. And I encourage you guys, if you're dating online and you find someone that you like, don't play around on them and be serious about it. And if she's playing around on you, let her go. Okay? That's what you do. So, but yeah, I'm like, I'm serious about you. I don't have 2 or 3 women on the side like some other guy. I'm looking for one person. And I think right now you're the person. And we did that for 5 years until finally I popped the question. And she accepted. And initially I wanted her to move to the US of A, but she didn't want to move. And I respected her. She said that if she would move, it would not be good for her because she needs to be around her mom and pop. Okay? And I respected that. And I had the ability, thank goodness, I had the ability to move. And I did. That's what I did. Resigned my job, quit, packed up, sold everything in my house. I had a house. I rented the house for the first 2 years. And then I sold the house. So I had the ability to move because I was planning on it for a long time, planning on moving there. But I actually wanted her to move to the USA to get married first, but she didn't want to do that. So took the second alternative around planning to move there. So dealing with Filipinos, it's like a two-edged sword, especially if you're online. Sometimes it can be very, very difficult to trust them. And then sometimes you trust them implicitly. It just depends on how you relate to that person. What questions do we have, you guys, out there? This is Q&A. One thing I want to talk about is the mail system out here, postal system. If you guys are sending mail to the Philippines, expect that it will be a long delay to get to your Philippines. Okay, I'm talking about regular mail sent to overseas. Whenever mail is sent to me, I normally get it. It takes at least 30 to 40 days, sometimes longer than that. So the postal system here is not like the postal system in the US. It's very, very slow. And where I live, they don't deliver the mail. They do not deliver it. You have to go to the post office on a regular basis and see if you have mail. Now we tried like giving them our text number, our number to text us, see when mail came in, and they don't even do that. You have to actually get up and go. Sending mail to the U.S. from the Philippines can be better than receiving mail because you have the option. You have the option of sending it through DHL, FedEx, UPS. You can send it where it's registered and you know people get it. It's going to cost you more now, no question about that. But if you're sending something important, you want to send it through DHL. DHL is what I use. It can be somewhat expensive, but they are guaranteed to get the package there. Okay. So what question you guys got? Andy, what's going on, Andy? What time is in the USA? It's 2:58 in the morning. Andy, you are an early riser. What brings you up this time of morning? Did you get up just to hear me? Anyway, guys, we got a lot of things I want to talk to you about. So let me pull up my little list here. I made some notes. I'm going to be I'm going to be holding live sessions maybe for the next 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days this week. So you guys get ready. Around this time is when I'll do it because it's the best time for me. I have a schedule, and this is the time when I can break and do and talk to you guys on my schedule. So I know it's inconvenient for a lot of you guys here in the States. Okay, Andy says he's off. Okay, you're off on let's see, on Monday. Okay, it's Monday. Actually, it's Tuesday morning there. I think. Yeah, Tuesday morning. Okay, that's good. So you have a chance to do some things during the week, during the weekday. That's great, rather than the weekends. But I'll be doing a whole lot more lives with you. Don't have a specific topic today, but tomorrow I will. I have to do my research first. Yesterday we talked about a lot of things, and I got a little bit of pushback on some of the items I talked about. One of the items I talked about yesterday, those of you that have not looked at that stream yesterday, you can check it out. We talked about a lot of different things. One of the things we talked about, I don't know how we got on this topic, but we talked about racism and how racism, I perceive that racism is alive everywhere. Some people say, no, in the Philippines, nobody says racism here. No, that's their experience. Everybody has their own opinion, okay? And everybody has their own experience. My experience was a little bit different. Now, I must be honest with you, very seldom I run into racism here, okay? Very seldom. That's why I'm here, one of the reasons. But there are times when I have run into it, okay? So that's why I would tell you, anywhere you go, you're going to find it's a form or a type of racism. Now, here, people treat you pretty much like you treat them, for the most part, okay? In the USA, people treat you according to your social status and according to your color. Not too good. All right, Ghost, what's up? What's up, Ghost? Okay, what you need to do, Ghost, life in the Philippines is what you need to put in there. Life in the Philippines, a black person's viewpoint. You got to put the whole thing. I know I got a long name, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I got that name. When I started, and I started this channel back in 2015. But when I started, guess what, guys? There were no people of color, very few people of color living here in the Philippines doing YouTube vlogs. So I said, wow. And I was looking at people like Rike and this another guy, I can't think of his name, Paradise guy, I don't know. And I was looking at, Pop Z. I was looking at people like that, and they weren't reflecting the things I was seeing from my perspective and from my viewpoint. So that's why I chose the title. And Lisa D says she want me to change that title because it has a tendency to alienate some of our Caucasian people. And I said, well, I'll think about it, but I'm not sure. And I guess you guys will probably let me know, what do you think? Do I need to change my title to something more politically correct? Or should I leave it just as it is? But Ghost, you have to look at life in the Philippines. It's a long word. You got to put in life in the Philippines, a black person's viewpoint. Or if you type in life in the Philippines, you might pull it up that way as well. My keyword not changing the title. Andy says keep it as it is. I have a tendency to say the same thing, Andy. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull it up right now. Let's see. I'm gonna just put Philippines in Google. and see what I get. And I'm assuming you're searching on Google, correct, Ghost? Right, Andy. I think you're right. She wants me to change because she thinks I'll get more viewers if it's changed. But the reason why I put it was to help people know that, we need to get out. We out here too, and we were being neglected because nobody was mentioning us, and so I had to bring us up. Okay, Ghost, what do you say now? No, let me see. Okay. When you search on Google, you just can't search for Philippines because Philippines is too wide. That's too broad a search. You have to search specifically on Google. If you're looking for my channel, you're going to go into Google and just put, let me see, I'm going to put life in the Philippines, see what happens. Life in the Philippines. All right. Now you're going to have to put life person's viewpoint. You're going to have to put the specific channel name in, and that's how it comes up. Now what I did, if you go into Google, the Google search bar, and you put life in the Philippines space A, then you'll see it comes up that way. You don't have to put the whole thing in it. Just put life in the Philippines space A, and you'll see the first one comes up is life in the Philippines as I see it, and that is Wayne Walker's channel. Wayne is a subscriber of mine. He moved here. I helped him get out here about a year now, maybe a year and a half. He put his channel name similar to mine, so mine comes up right under his. You'll see it. Life in the Philippines as I see it. Right below it, you see life in the Philippines, a black person. Okay? So yeah, you have to put the specific channel in there. Markel, what's going on, man? I'm doing great. How you doing out there in let me see now. I know you're not in Dominican. I think you're in Colombia. Is that correct? And Markel has a channel as well, guys. If you guys want to travel to South America, that's where he's at. You need to take a look at Markel. It's called Markel's TV on YouTube, and he's doing great. I like he has a 360 camera, and he has some great, beautiful shots. Great, beautiful shot. Okay, Markel, great. So yeah, and check out his channel when you get your opportunity, and you will not be disappointed. He has some beautiful women out there. Every time I look at one of his videos, he got another beautiful woman. And not only that, he shows the country. He shows the day in and day out life, the country. And that's one place you can go and they treat you decently. They don't treat you like you get treated to in the United States. And also, where Markel is in South America, the cost of living is very, very inexpensive, just like here in the Philippines. But yeah, my channel's name has a tendency to turn some people off, and I understand that. But just like Andy said, I'm gonna keep it the same thing, same way. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Yeah, I've been one of the first black vloggers out here that live here. Now, there are some that are vloggers that don't live here from the States. They get married a Filipino and went to the States, and they do vlogs there. But actually living here, I was one of the first ones. Now, let me know if can you guys hear me okay? And also let me know if you guys are getting any delay from the broadcast. Because sometimes I have a tendency not to have a good signal where I'm at. I'm at home right now. Just got to eat lunch. Lisa D, I got to take Lisa D, her back's hurting on her. I got to take her to get a massage after I get through with this. But yeah, living here in the Philippines is a very, very nice place to live. Overall, like I mentioned to you, racism, in my opinion, is everywhere. You're going to find a little bit of it. They may not be like they are in the USA, but then you're going to find some of it anywhere you go. But in the Philippines, it's very, very little of it, and mostly people treat you here with respect. Okay, if you treat the Filipinos well or decently, You won't have any problem. They're going to treat you with respect. And a lot of the Filipinos love foreigners. They just love them. And they're very, very friendly here. I mean, the first time I moved here, I was like in a state of shock. I said, man, these people are accepting me for me. I've never had that before in my life. People treated me like I was somebody. Yeah, that's one of the things that opened up my eyes about this country. That's one of the things that opened up my eyes about Filipinos. They don't, most of them, some of them don't like black, okay? Be honest with you, perfectly honest. Some of them don't like it. But the ones, most of them accept you for who you are, how you are. They don't care about your color. And a lot of times they don't care about your age. This lady is younger than me. She didn't care. She came, she searched me out. I mean, when I was online, she contacted me. But she likes older men. I was the third boyfriend she ever had. And guess what, guys? I was so happy because she didn't have a lot of what? Baggage. I didn't have to go and clean up the other guy's mess. I didn't have all that. The other women I had and got married, they had a whole lot of baggage, man. And then not only most of it was psychological. Thank you, Markel. Markel just gave me a tip. Yeah, super chat $10. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Awesome. You guys out there, if you like the content I have, like what I'm telling you, remember, hit that super chat button. That's what the more you hit that button, the more I'll be out here doing lives with you on a regular day in, day out basis. That's what it's about, man. You have to support the people out here. And if the content creators will actually contribute and do more of the broadcast and do more videos to help you out. And yeah, man, Lisa D and I hooked up, and when I started coming out here on a regular basis, more and more things. I just kept getting comfortable and more relaxed. And eventually I moved out here. I'm telling you guys, it's 5 years now. And this is one of the best things I have ever done for myself. That's why I do these broadcasts. Because a lot of us guys out there in the USA, we're sitting around there struggling. And you don't have to be struggling. You got to make up your mind what you want to do. You want to have a good, positive life? Hey, root yourself up, and move. Get on the move. Sometimes you have to move out to find your oasis in life. This is my oasis. This is where I'm thriving. This is where I'm living. This is how and who I am. I wasn't myself in the USA. I wasn't my true self. Until I moved to the Philippines, until I found out that people treat me right for who I am, and they don't care about my skin color, hey, that's how I started being me. That's how I started living my life. Then he says, to make the Instagram show the country more. Okay. Like views or anything. Okay, now I do have an Instagram channel too. I do have an Instagram channel. It's Life in the Philippines, Bobby D Life in the Philippines. So y'all check that out too. Markel has an Instagram channel as well. Markel, that's why I look at some of his Instagram videos. I like that camera you have, Markel. It's awesome. I know you paid a lot for it, but man, I really keep those pictures and those videos coming, man. I really look at it. They're beautiful. You guys need to check out his Instagram channel as well. It's Markel's TV. Okay? That's it. Okay. Andy says, I would love to see the country and marry a beautiful Filipino like Lisa D. No baggage. Yeah, man. There's a lot of them. I tell Andy, there's a lot of them out here, man. I'm serious. There's a lot of women out here. And right now, the Filipino is premium. But I'm going to tell you something. And I'm probably going to do a live on this one day, maybe next week, or when I get some more information. The Filipina right now is being challenged by another beautiful type of women. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody got any guesses? Anybody got any guesses what I'm talking about? Okay. I'm used. Just a second. No guesses? All right. Russian women. Russian women are competing against the Philippines. And people in the USA are trying to get Russian women left and right. So one of these days, near future, I'm going to do a comparison between the Filipino and Russian Ukrainian women. Ukrainian women. Ukrainian women are very, very similar to Filipinos. They just want to be free. They have most of them are poor. They want to be free, and they know if they marry or get a boyfriend relationship with a foreigner, that'll set them free. Russian, yeah, and the Russian women. In fact, give me a couple of days. I might do a comparison in the near future. But I was just reading up on that recently, and Russian women are number 2 right now as far as they call them mail order brides. That's the old term for it. But they're number 2. A lot of African Americans going to Ukraine, going to the Ukraine, because that's where they believe they can get a good woman. But I'm gonna tell you, you don't have to go to Ukraine. There's Filipinos are still on top in my book. But I'm gonna give you. I know a lot of people are searching for Russian women, trying to get them as wives, girlfriends, etc. But Filipino and Russian, Filipino still hasn't beat in my book, because Filipinos, most of them speak English. Russians, they don't, and they have to learn English. Okay? So that means that's one big barrier right there. Okay, border free, what's going on? Klaus Mahler, what's happening? Greetings from Denmark. All right, got a guy in Denmark. What time is it out there, Klaus? It's about what time is it? It's about 3:14 p.m. Filipino time, and it's about 3:14 a.m. USA time. Klaus says 9:14. Is that a.m. or p.m.? Klaus, where you at? Oh, me and myself and I said, we heard of those Russian women. They're gold diggers. Some of them are, but guess what, guy? Filipinos. Some of Filipinos are gold diggers as well. Tell you are. Mr. Kell, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, some Filipinos are, the gold diggers are everywhere. And you have to do your due diligence if you want to spot those. I got a video on how you can spot the lies and see how you can prevent from being scammed and burned and broken in the Philippines. And so gold diggers are everywhere. You have to do your due diligence to find them and just get rid of them. You can spot a gold digger easy. They keep talking about money, 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 money. Guess what? That's all they're about. Money, money, money. And let's go there. Get rid of it. Move on to the next one. Find somebody that's talking about you. Find somebody that's interested in you. And that's the person that you want to stick with. That's the person that wants to make a relationship grow and work together. Okay? So gold diggers are everywhere. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Russia does have a big reputation for marriage scams, and they what their target audience is for scamming is the older generation, people like 60s and 70s that are alone, living alone, and they're lonely, and they prey on those type of people. Right? Now there's some younger guys that get caught up in that too, but a lot of guys are sort of caught up in the beauty of the Russian women. There are some beautiful women there. Don't get me wrong, but personally, I have a affection for the darkest toned women. I don't like the lighter tone. And I'm not trying to be biased, racially biased. No, all women, in my opinion, are beautiful. But my personal preference is the darker tone women. Okay? That's what I like. I've never had a relationship with a lighter, Caucasian type woman. Personally, I prefer the darker tone women. Let's see what else. I'm not understanding that message. Keep a woman. I'm not understanding. All right, let's see. Keep a woman. Yeah, order free. You just got to do your due diligence, and that's not only just for Filipinos. That's for any woman, even in the USA. I mean, a lot of women, a lot of gold diggers in the USA. Y'all know that. I mean, most women out there in the USA just want your money, and they just want you to spend money on them, buy them booze, or buy them some. They do the other stuff, marijuana, whatever, and they just want to have a good time. But they don't want to spend their money. They want you to spend your money on them. A lot of women are like that, and that's one reason After I got my divorce, I was like, man, I want to go back out here in the dating scene again because I know what's out there. And that's why I had to go. And I don't want the same type of woman again because the American woman have some values that I just didn't agree with, you know. All they want to do is argue, fuss, and fight, you know. And American women, some of them are nice, not all of them, but the ones I was attracting always wanted me to work. They didn't want to go to work. I had to get out and go to work. You know, I have a problem working for a woman and working for my family if you treat me right. But the problem was they wouldn't treat me right. You know, they want to run me, tell me what to do, but I still got to get out and pay the bill. You know, stuff like that. I said, nah. I need more. I need to find a woman that's more family oriented that will be able to support me, and I'm able to support her in everything. And that's what I got. I'm very, very pleased, very, very happy with Lisa D. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Kell says, what do you think is a decent amount of money to bring the LV and CB for 2 weeks? Okay, cool. It depends on what you want to do in Cebu, okay? And it depends on, do you have a girlfriend already here, or you don't have one, you're going to be looking for a female friend. It just depends. But I'm going to give you my rule of thumb. If you're going to be here for 2 weeks, if you want to, I would bring about $500 US cash, and then you can exchange it, or you can bring your ATM card and pull the money out of the ATM here rather than bringing cash. Because if you have an ATM card, you just put an ATM machine here, put your code in, and it'll pull out pesos. Okay, converts it from dollars to pesos. But I would bring about $500 because the peso rate is, you get 50, last time I checked, it was 51, 52 pesos, 51, 52 pesos for $1. That's an awesome rate, guys. So you don't need a lot of money unless you're going to go to a trip to Boracay or something like that. You go to Boracay, you need to bring at least $1,000 or more. Boracay is nice. I've never been there, but it's very expensive. And if you go to Manila, $500 is not going to be enough. You're going to bring at least $800 to $1,000 or more. Manila is way, way more expensive than Cebu. And in addition to that, Manila has much more pollution than Cebu. That's why I'm living near Cebu. My opinion, me, myself, and I said, what's your opinion on dating a Filipino with kids? I think it's okay. But if you're not a person that likes children, or if you don't have any children, that's not going to be a good deal for you. You need to let that go. For those of you that don't have children, I would not recommend you dating a woman with children, because you're going to be put in the position of being a dad, and you may not be ready and prepared for it. Okay? And sometimes men have trouble accepting other people's children, and so it makes not for a good situation. I would not recommend that. For those of you that have children, you're already familiar with children, how to deal with them, that may be okay for you. But overall, my rule of thumb, if you have a Filipino with children, it can work out sometimes, but I would suggest you guys try to stay away from that if at all possible. It can work in some situations, because I know some guys. I got a subscriber right now. He has a Filipino married, but her children are sort of grown. Okay, that makes a big difference. They're grown enough and accept it. All right, so they're working out. It works out fine for them. All right, let's see. What's that thing? Okay, Mr. Kells, depends if you have travel insurance. I'm not sure if that means travel insurance. You mean like if you're going on an airplane, a flight to a different country, travel insurance? I normally don't even get that travel insurance when I travel, because it's just something extra that I don't really need. Go speed their drug habit. Yeah, you don't know when you're giving people money, you have to know them. You don't know what they're gonna do with that money. I'll never send any Filipino nothing. So I don't care if you love her or she loves you. You don't know her. You don't know her. You haven't met her face to face, up close and personal. You don't know what they're going to do with that money. Until you've met her, you checked her out, you make sure she's legit, you seen her mom or papa, her family and friends and relatives, you know she's all right, and maybe you can start sending her something. But until that time, no, that's out of the question. And anybody, if you meet a Filipino online, they start asking you, well, I need 500 pesos. I gotta pay my mom's doctor bill. No, not for me. No. We don't have it like that. Until I get to meet you, I know it's a legitimate problem or something. No, until that time, then I'll do it. America's declining value is what drove me east. A lot of people are telling me that, border free. America is going down. And, they say the administration is make America great again. I don't see it. I don't see it. I left America in 2014. And it wasn't that bad when I left. But as I moved over here, I could see how we're declining, how the other countries were looking down on America. And to this day, most countries look down on America. And they don't respect the administration. They don't respect the president. And that's not good. That is not good. So yeah, the values in America are driving a lot of people east because the Eastern values are very, very good values. They're conservative, they're decent, they're respectful, they're friendly, and those are the types of values that good people want to be associated with. And that's why a lot of men and black men are moving out here in droves. When I came out here in 2014, I could count the number of black men I would see in a month or a week, But now, hey, I go to the Yellow Mall, every time I turn around, there's another black man. I'm like, thank you, Lord. We made it. Made it to the promised land. Woo, yeah, man. That's my thing. I promote the Philippines, and I promote it for everybody, Caucasian, black, white, Latino, everybody. But it does my heart good to see blacks out here as well, because for a long time, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, it was the thing that black people were not welcome out here. That was a myth. We were not welcome. In fact, that's what I thought in my mind for a long time. Now that's what stopped me from trying to date online. They're not gonna accept me. I heard like that. But that's not the case. That myth was promoted for a long time so we could stay away from the promised land. And guys, the door is open. We kick that door down. We're not gonna close it again. This is okay. All right. Yeah, it's the declining values are also the same in the EU. And one thing in the EU that's happening in the EU and in the United States is the supremacist nationalists is rising, and so that means that they want to maintain a pure country, having no people from other races in their country, and it's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And that's one thing that America was based on, a melting pot of different races, different classes, and so forth. So that's driving a lot of people out of the States and EU as well. Apartheid is sexist. Sure about that one, Claus. You have to. I guess you have to clarify a little bit more on what that means. Okay, Claude, Mr. Kell said he has travel insurance. Travel insurance is good if you lose your bags, or you get sick, or can't go on a trip, that kind of stuff. It helps. I've had it. I think since I've been traveling, I think I might have had it about twice. And then I tried it. I never had any issue. My bags have never been lost. I never gotten sick before any trips, and I never had to cancel a trip. So I pretty much don't use travel insurance because I think it's a little bit more than what I don't need it. It depends on your needs. Now my sister, she had a travel insurance and it really helped her, but she got sick right before my whole family came out here last year. I mean, actually in January of this year to visit me. Man, you talking about somebody who was happy? I had two sisters, I had two nieces, and one cousin. They all came out and visited me. And man, we had an awesome time. So they knew I was for real. See, when I moved out here in 2014, they're like, you crazy. What you going? They're gonna take all your money. They're gonna teach you up. We need to find you. We don't want to not be able to find you. They said all kind of negative stuff. You know what I did? I said, it's okay. I'm gonna be fine. I will call you when I get there. I will let you know I'm all right. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be fine. You know, and you have to settle them down. And so it took them all this time to acknowledge that, hey, Bobby's doing well. They met Missy D. They fell in love with her, and it is awesome, guys. So whenever you guys try to get ready to come out here, guess what? It's gonna be somebody in your family. It might be your mom, maybe your dad, your sister. Somebody's gonna try to deter you from making your move. Don't. I'm not saying not to listen to them, because you should listen to everybody if they're talking sensibly. But if your mind is made up, do what you think is best for you, because it's your life. It is your life, and you have to live your life. They might give you advice because they love you, and that's why you should listen to them, because they're going to tell you what they think is right for you. But ultimately, that decision is on you. You have to live your life. All right, let's look at it. Okay. God says a woman in Denmark get 1 year prison for attempted murder. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going out there in Denmark, I see. Children is their pension system. Okay, I see what you see when he says children is their pension system. That means that their children take care of the parents. And that's what happens out here, basically, in the Philippines. Most of the Filipinos here, when they get old, they have no pension because they never had a job that would give them pension. Most of them do farm work or factory work, and they work on a part-time or temporary basis where they don't get full benefits. So here in the Philippines, that's why Lisa D, when I met Lisa D, she was working in the factory for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and she was renting a room. And the purpose of her doing that is because she was taking care of her mom and pop. Every penny she spent went home to her mom and pop, except for her food bill, buy food, paying her transportation, go to work, and paying her room rent. That's it. She never saved a penny. And I said, when I met her, I was like, what are you doing this for? She said, I love my parents. They took care of me. And I always told them when I was a child, when I graduated high school, I would take care of them. That's what she did. Graduated high school, got a job, whoopsie whoop, sent every penny home. Parents out here, a lot of them don't have any way of taking care of themselves once they get elderly. And so they rely on their children to help them. And that's one of the, I think, the things that attracted me to Lisa D the most, because she helped her parents. And she did it for 12 years. She did it for 12 years. What? Yeah. He helped her. She took care of them for 12 long years and never complained about it. When I met her, she was working, taking care of parents. So yeah, children can be used as a pension system in certain countries. What else we got here? So she got 1 year in prison. Okay. Watching from the bottom. What's going on, World Club? World Club. Now read Reno. Ever been to Nevada? That's the one of the hottest states for gambling. You learned, Mr. Kelts, you learned the hard way, huh? Okay. $80 lesson. Oh yeah, man. When you send money, you can forget about trying to get it back. It's just throwing like you throwing it out the window. Boom, gone. Never see it again. That's why when you deal with somebody in the Philippines, they ask you for money, and you just met them, you know what to do? Click, get rid of it. Next. So thank you, but next. Thank you, but no thank you. I don't give people money that I just met. And that's one way you can find out if people are legit or they're scammers or they're gold diggers. You start talking about money, you know that's a red flag. Get rid of it immediately. Mr. Kells, you are correct to some degree. We African Americans were brought to the Americas, to the USA, from slave ships. So we built the country. They used us to build the country, but they never gave us the opportunity to be a full-fledged citizen. We had to do civil rights movements. We had to do all kinds of stuff to get the rights we have now. So yeah, to a certain degree, it was never for us. But those of us that have been born there, this is our country now. And we have to stand up for our rights. Wherever we are, we have to stand up for our rights because we are Americans just like everybody else is. And people that don't stand up will stand down. And people who stand down will get stepped upon. And that's not right. So, you're correct. America was not for us, but they're going to, we had a black president. And some of you may not like this, but I think he was the best president ever in my lifetime. Oh, they didn't like him, but look who we got now. Woo, I'm not even gonna mention his name, but look who we got now. All right, this is what I forgot. Okay, he said he's not racist toward that, but I have to admit I've never searched for back on blondes. I don't know what that means. Klaus, you need to straighten it up, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Kills. Mr. Kills, I was told the same thing. Klaus said it's not the same as 30 years ago to live abroad due to the internet. It's correct. The internet has changed everybody's lives. Everybody. Because now the internet has made this world a small world. I mean, I know everything that's going on in the USA. And I'm here in the Philippines. You know why? I look at CNN, I look at World News, and I can tell you what's going on in Atlanta, that's the city where I came from. I can tell you what's happening there. I can tell you, but they can't, most of them don't know what's going on here. I have to tell them because they don't watch World News that much. I watch World News. I'm a newsaholic. I watch it every day to keep up with it. I have to. I have to want to know what's happening in the USA, and I want to know what's happening in my city where I'm from, and I keep up. So it's a small world due to the internet. Correct. I remember when phone calls, long distance, even state to state, like $2 or $3 an hour. I mean, a minute, and then it kept going down and down and down. Now it's pretty much phone call from state to state is pretty much cheap, depending on what company you live. And international call was $10, $20 per minute, all kind of crazy stuff. Like now, man, you can call free. You got Facebook, you can call Viber, Skype, all that stuff pretty much free. And that's to show you the progress over time. What are free? We can learn. Correct. You can monetize your job, whatever you do. You can live anywhere in the world and do it. I did it for what? You guys remember I was doing online internet, Bitcoin. And man, for 2 years, man, I was racking up. I had a ton of money, but Bitcoin went down. It's coming up now, though. It's coming back up now. I might get back into it. But man, I could have went anywhere in the world and mine my Bitcoin and still make money. You guys are there trying to find a thing to do. Bitcoin on the rise. That's something you want to look at. I haven't got back into it yet. I might. Lisa D don't want me to, but she said we're doing fine where we are right now. But it's very tempting. Last time I checked, Bitcoin was like 12,000 per coin. So I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it before I try to make that move back into it. So you can own a business in the Philippines as long as it's export. You can own a business here. It doesn't have to be export. You can own any business here, but you have to. There's a whole lot of fine fees and taxes that you have to pay here to be a foreign business owner, and they put you through a lot of hoops because you're a foreign person. They make it easier for the Filipinos. Like I said, there's a double standard here when you're a foreigner versus a Filipino. They make it easier for the Filipino to get in business, to do anything. But the foreigner, you're going to have to go through some hoops. You're going to have to pay more money. than the regular Filipino would. Now, being in the Philippines is one of the best things I have ever done in my life. And every day I wake up with a smile on my face because I'm waking up to a beautiful Filipino right next to me. Woo! And that's my dream. I'm living my dream, baby, in the Philippines. Yeah, I'm living my dream. And guys, guess what? You do the same thing. Yeah, you can do the same thing. You have to have a plan, first of all. Make your mind up. Get your plan in place. Secondly, work your plan. Work it day in and day out, even when you don't want to work it. You got to work that plan. You got to make it happen. No, nothing's going to be given to you. Nobody's going to come and ride a magic carpet to your place and say, okay, I'm going to take you to the Philippines. No, man. You got to do it. Nobody's going to give you nothing but trouble. Okay? Make your plans, work your plan, and then make it happen. That's what I did. 5 long years, I had a plan. I had a desire. I had some place that I wanted to be. I worked my plan. And when I got to the point where I needed to leave, I had no regrets. Because my mind was made up, first of all. And then my heart was right along with my mind. Because Lisa D was in my heart. And all of I could think about every day I was going to work. Man, one day, I'm doing Lisa D. I gotta work. I gotta keep going. Because there's days I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do it. I got into depression sometimes. Thinking about it, you know? But I'm telling you, man, all of that, all the stuff I went through is well worth it. Because I am living my dream. And that's what you guys want to do. That's where you want to be. Living your dreams. Being free. Thinking your own thoughts. Not having nobody over you. Trying to run your life. I get up in the morning. If I want to get up, do something, I do it. If I don't, we sleep later. You know, nobody, I don't have any schedules to rush and do. No, I'm on my own. I do my own thing. I am my own person. That's where you guys need to be. That's why I do these broadcasts. That's why I do these videos, to show you a glimpse of my life and how much I'm enjoying it. And that you guys out there can do the same thing. Some of you can do it better than me. I'm just an average guy. I'm no genius. I am no genius. I'm no rocket scientist. But I made up my mind and my heart. When you get that mind and the heart connected, nothing can stop you. No one can stop you but you yourself. And the way you stop yourself is by not taking action. Mm-hmm. You got to take action every day. You can't be lazy either. Some of you guys are just straight up lazy. You think, all you say is, I want to go to the Philippines. I want to do the Philippines one day. And you do the same thing over and over and over. How do you expect it to change? How do you expect to have something different in your life? If you do the same thing over and over, you'll never get it. You have to make change, and you have to break out of the monotony. All right, let's see what we got. Ghost, you're right, man. The cost of mining is pretty expensive. The kilowatt hour, you're right. It's very, very expensive. Okay, you're about right. 60% export of the sale. Okay, Border Free says, my plan was a 3-year plan. Haven't looked back. There you go. The best decision ever. See, guys, that's another testimony. You have to have a plan, work the plan. You have to be disciplined. And you have to be consistent. Yeah, you have to be consistent. There's a lot of times I wanted to quit. There's a lot of times I wanted to cheat on Lisa D because I wanted something. I'm be honest. I'm be totally honest. There's a lot of times that I just wanted to get off track and lose it, you know. But when I thought about why would I try to cheat on her when she's there waiting for me, you know, and she's doing everything I ask her to do? That's not right. So that thought alone kept me from going off track. All right, so okay, it says, What if he said the best decision ever? Have a beautiful woman who treats me like a king. There you go. You see that, guys? The Filipino. If you treat your Filipino right, she will treat you like a king. You hear me? I'm serious. And I call Lisa D my queen. Everything I ask her to do, she do it. She does it with a smile. I'm serious. And then you don't hesitate. She don't hesitate because she know I'm taking care of her. I would do anything for her, and she would do anything for me. Filipinos will dedicate their life to you. And that's what I'm telling you straight up. Lisa D, when we first were dating, he said, I want you to marry me. She said, and I would dedicate, that's exactly what she told me. Yeah, I would dedicate my life to you and you alone. Because I'm looking for a man that can take care of me. And boy, if she didn't come through with it. Everything I need, she waits on me from hand to foot, man. I'm serious. And sometimes I have to stop her. So you don't have to do that. No, don't do that, please. I have to stop her sometimes. Because that's what she does. She loves taking care of me. And that's what Filipinos are. They have a caring, giving heart, loving heart. And, I'm not sure. I told you I was going to do a comparison between Ukrainian and the Filipinos. And I'll see if you'll see the difference there when I do that comparison study. Okay, so what he says, okay, that's a beautiful woman treating like a king. Right. And she will treat you like the king for the rest of your life. Filipinos are very, very loyal people. Seriously. You're in the family. If they love you and they think you're the family, part of the family, they'll do anything they can for you. I can't say that there'll be some American women that does that, but for the most part, most American women are very, very selfish. They're out for themselves. Right, boss. It's better to try and fail than not trying at all. Yeah. What do you got to lose? Nothing. But you can try. At least you can try. Arthur says, America's turning into a third world country. I'm retired military and planning on coming to the Philippines today. Good. Good for you, Arthur. Awesome. America, in my opinion, is going backwards to a time where we don't need to be going back, because it was bad back in those days, and they have people in high places trying to take us further back to where those bad times. And a lot of people dislike that. And a lot of people want to move out, and it's okay, Just because you move to a foreign country does not make you. That still makes you a citizen. You're still a citizen of the United States. Okay, you still have citizenship. You still have the rights of American citizen. You can always move back. So why not move to a place where you could feel free, where you can feel happy? You have people around you that love you and want to take care of you. You can always visit the USA anytime. That's what I do. I visited the USA last year. Had a great time with my family and friends. And that's why they came to see me in January, because we had such a great time. I visited them in October of 2018, and they came to see me in January. We had a great time together, and they're coming back again. I'm not sure exactly when, but yeah, you can always go home and visit. You don't have to stay in your country that you moved to forever. All right, Hulk says, ain't you in danger being black in a third world country, and why I could have in danger? You're in danger anywhere, Hulk. You're in danger right where you are right now. And if you're in USA, EU, danger's everywhere. Okay? So it's just not limited to a third world country. In fact, it may be less danger here than in the States. And as far as great American women, yeah, there are some great American women. But I had a great American woman, supposedly. And it didn't work out. I wanted to try another type of woman with different traits that had a personality that was more aligned to mine, that were more conservative and more family oriented. And that's what I did. I found that in Philippines. Now, you might argue that those same traits can be found in an American woman. Sure. But it's hard. It was harder for me to do that. That's why I chose Philippines. You're the president. Right. I think you're right, Andy, on that one. It's sad to say that, but a person that is holding the highest office in the land, but that's the way it is. You have to call it like you see it. Oh, says I feel right, right. Border free. Uh, there are some areas where you have to be careful, but for the most part, everything I hear is friendly. The people are supportive, and you're not going to run into a whole lot of trouble because they actually protect foreigners. That's how much they like foreigners out there. If they see somebody trying to harass a foreigner, they're going to come to your aid. They're going to come to your aid. And as long as you're not antagonistic to the Filipinos, they won't be antagonistic to you. Okay? Treat people like you want to be treated, you'll be fine. And that goes not only here for the Philippines, but for the USA as well. For any other country for that matter. All right, let's see. Great American Woman. Okay, yeah. Okay. Do you look Great American Woman? Okay. Thailand. Okay, how you in Thailand? Okay. I went to Thailand. I like Thailand. It's a very beautiful country. It has a lot of rivers, lakes, beaches, oceans, beautiful buildings. It's much more developed than the Philippines. I can say that for a fact. The food is, in my opinion, the food is better than the Philippines food because Philippines they pretty much cook a lot of fish. Everything is like fish taste mostly, or they'll eat pork. That's the main thing is fish and pork. But the Philippine Thailand has beef, everything, chicken. I mean, they cook their food better. And the people, the only problem I had in Thailand, people are friendly, but I had a communication issue where they didn't speak. A lot of people don't speak English that much, and that was what turned me and Lisa D off. We went out there together. Uh, Now, one other issue I noticed now in Thailand is that the pollution. They have a serious pollution problem. We went out there in 2017. There was no pollution. There was no smog. But now you look at the news reports. Smog is worse than India. It's worse than China. And we were right in Bangkok, man. We had a great time here, but that's in Thailand. Bangkok, Thailand was one of the places we were planning on moving to. Now that they have that pollution problem, we took them off this. Let's see what we got here. Order figure only. You can give us call. I don't know about that class. I don't know about that. Me, myself, and I, right, right. Me, myself, and I. You are right about that. Every time I turn around, in fact, when I went back home, right, uh, I ran into some people that I knew. I said, "Man, you have to go to the Philippines to get married. You get married to one of your sisters out here." I said, "No, man, it's not like that. That's not what it was." I said, "When I got married, I didn't look at. It's not about the color. It's about the heart." And she had a heart for me, and I had a heart for her. And she said, if I'd have found somebody that had a heart for me there in the States, then I would have done that. But it was very difficult for me, and I decided I didn't want to pursue that because I know the personality and the way the Americans are selfish. So, yeah, you run into that, and people, you tell people you're married to a Filipino, that's African American, that is. That's the first thing they say. You couldn't get a sister? That's what they'll say. You can get married to a sister, you can find a sister? No, I had a sister. And the sister wasn't a sister. Oh, no, the sister didn't work out. So, and I'm not, listen, perfectly honest with you, I am not bashing American women. I'm not bashing a black American woman either. Because when you think about it, women have pretty much the same characteristics as women all over the world. Now, when it comes to their personal beliefs and ideology, that's different because the people in the Philippines are much more family. The women in the Filipinas are much more family oriented than American women. Okay? So that's pretty much the only difference. let's see. Me and myself and us, and many sisters get angry at us. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They get it, but they get over it. I think sometimes the race starts going around, but there's a racial component to American society. Yeah, yeah. I've lived in America. I'm an American. I've lived in most all of my life until the last 5 years. So race cars get thrown up. Race cars get thrown up all the time. And race is a very, very important factor in the United States. It's not so much here in the Philippines, but in the States, it's very, very important. The clause have never been in the U.S. But that can I say? The black I'm not sure about that one. All I can tell you is try to stay away from those types of terminology. I try not to use the N word, and I know a lot of people use it now. Even a lot of blacks use it, but that's not something that I would use, and that's not something that I condone. I think you should call people by their name and not by any type of racial stereotypical name, because some people are very, very offended by that. Now I know a lot of blacks refer to each other, by the N word, which I would never do, and it's not racist between blacks. It's just a saying, and they do it in fun and in gesture, and it's not to be a racist. But personally, I would never call anyone that, even if it's my friend, another black, my friend. I would never call anyone that because I don't like the term. And I was called that, and I lived in Mississippi for 3 years. And I was called that in Mississippi. I was called that by a Caucasian, and I didn't like it. It was hurtful, and I was angry. I wanted to attack that man, calling me that. And I was in a store. Okay, I tell you what happened. I was in a store. I was gonna buy some tires, and I told the man they had a sale. I went in the store and said, "Want those tires right there? They're on sale." He said, "Look, those tires are on sale, but they aren't sale for you." I said, "What you mean? What you mean they're on sale for me? You got them on sale? I want them on sale. I want to buy the tires." He said, "Get out of here!" And then he called me the N word. I said, "Why?" I said, "Man, who you talking to like that? You better watch it." Oh man, we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Long story short, I wanted to hurt that man. I told the man, I said, "Man, if I had a gun right now, you'd be gone." And then I walked out of the store. I went home and I started crying, man. I'm serious. I was so hurt. I was so upset. And then I started praying and I got over it. But man, that's why I'll never use that word to people because it's hurtful, it's demeaning, and no one should be using that term. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do between each other. That's fine. But I would never use that. Yeah. I'm sorry for that long, drawn out story, but I have to tell you, things that you need to know in order for you to understand me better. Let's see what else. Okay. Border Free says, trust me, you will definitely see the difference on how people who look at Bobby B are treated. When you first went to Europe, I was amazed how much people treated you based on your character. Yeah. Well, more people do shit. That's how people should treat you. Not on your color, based on your color, but your character. That's the way I treat people. I'm not a racist. Never have been, never will be. I was raised to treat people the way they treat me. That's why my mama raised me that way. I'm just tell you, break it down. My mama said, "Son, I better never not see you treat people bad." Okay? She told me that. And she said, "But if they come after you and they put their hands on you, lay them out." Yeah, that's how I do it. If you treat me right, I'm going to treat you right. But when you start putting your hands on me, I don't care if you call me anything you want. I'm just ignore it and move on. But you put your hands on me, you got trouble. That's how I was taught. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Del Go says, what? Assisted conversation straight out of Negro manosphere. You don't want to run into that person. You're right about that. But yeah, that's how some African American women react when you tell them you're married. They see you married. True, border free. Some African Americans use that word as a term of endearment, as like like the term, the word bro or brother. You know, sometimes that N word is used with that same connotation, but I would never use that word as a term of endearment because to me it is not a term of endearment. It will never be. So people should be careful when they use that word because you don't know how the person you're using that word with will react to it. Some people are okay with it, and then some people are not. So why take the chance, the risk of offending someone? Okay? I would recommend that those of you African Americans or Caucasian Americans out there that are watching the broadcast refrain from using that term, really, because this is 2019. That term's been around for a long time. It needs to be buried. Uh, it needs to be buried. What's going on? Come on, be cool. Good to see you, man. We're just having a long discussion here about a whole bunch of different things, and I'm glad to see you. If you're here for the first time, remember to click on that like, subscribe button, click on the and like, share, and subscribe. Okay? If you're a new user, a new subscriber, new person, reviewer. And YouTube tells me, you guys don't believe this, but YouTube tells me that 80% of my viewers for my videos are new first time users, first time viewers. So for those of you, this is the first time you're looking at me, looking at our channel, I want to suggest that you click on that subscribe button and like, share, okay? Because we bring you the best Philippine videos, we bring you the best uh, motivational videos, and we bring you the best of worldwide videos. We give you a variety of things. Just don't stick on one topic, but we give you a variety of things, and we give it to you in a way that you receive it and in a way that you can understand. And we also do a lot of how-to stuff too, how-to videos as well. All right, so okay, you're the lazy lizard. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah, those tacos are good, man. Lisa and I went down there about 2 weeks ago. We had some great tacos there, man. They really good. And we had three of them. And we got so full of the first two, we had to take the other one home and put in the bag. Those tacos are great. You guys live here in Yala, you get a chance to go down to the Lazy Lizard in Yala Mall. They sell some good tacos. Okay, so process to understand the race thing. Okay, that's a good observation, Klaus. Uh, I could see that point because I've encountered that here in the Philippines. Because when I go to the mountains, a lot of the mountain Filipinos, they don't see black people up close and personal. They might see them on TV, but they don't see them up close and personal. And so when they see me, yeah, excuse me, when we go on the leases, people's place in the mountain, they see me, they're like amazed, and they just stare at you for a while. But I've been going so long, they know me now, so they speak to me and I speak to them. So, but you're right on that point. They don't know the difference in facial features for the races because then they're not exposed. And so, in a way that's good, and then in a way that's not good. It's good in a way that they haven't formed any negative opinions because they haven't been exposed to it. Okay? That's the way it's good. But it's bad is if what is bad is if they have been exposed to it and then people are influencing to say negative things about it, and that's where it's bad. All right, let's see what else. Mississippi, that's where they did all the yeah, yeah, yeah. It was bad back in the day. And it comes a long way now, but there's still a lot of that old Southern hate mentality there in Mississippi. I lived in Jackson, Mississippi. That's the capital of Mississippi. They're sort of progressive, but they still have some of that old Southern good old boy hate mentality of other races there as well. Uh, it used to be very, very dangerous being a person of color in Mississippi. Very, very dangerous. But they've come a long way. They have representatives that are African American in the government now, and they have come a long way, but they still have a way to go as well. And not only Mississippi, but the entire United States as well. Paul says in the EU we can't tell the Muslims from each other, basically. Mhm. You mean you can't tell the Muslims from the Christians or the Muslims from other Muslims? I'm not sure I understand that. Elgo says, I believe someone who is black uses that word is just self-identified as an intellectual that person. If a non-black uses that word, we just assume they're trying to think. Very, very true. Those. Uh, if a black person uses that word, I assume that they're ignorant because I don't use that word, and that's just my opinion. I don't make it true. Don't make it wrong. Don't make it right. My opinion is they're unintelligent because that word is actually a description describing somebody in a very negative way, in a very stereotypical negative way. And for you to use that word, I would consider you an ignorant person. Not that you're dumb, not that you're unintelligent, but that you are not aware of the word you're using and the connotation that other people of color perceive it as. All right, so what else we got here? What's time to do? Okay, Arthur, welcome, welcome. Click on that subscribe button and like, share, subscribe with us, okay? Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We bring you the best of Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. We'll be doing a lot of streaming this month, guys. So you guys be on the lookout. I'm gonna try to come to you. Usually try to get to you when we got all our stuff done for the day. So I'll be trying to come to you around between 1 and 2 Filipino time, whatever time that is you are. Just try to get that, set that time aside. Be looking out for me. All right, Arthur says, first time viewer, have been checking out your channel for about 2 or 3 months now. Have picked up a lot of positive info. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, brother. Hey, I like that, man. I like people to respond to our videos, and if they like it, fine. I appreciate it. If you don't like it, it's okay too. But tell me what I'm doing wrong, and I'll try to straighten it out. But I like to find people that will give me feedback. Yeah, feedback. Because it helps me to see where I need improvement. And it helps me to see where my viewing audience wants things, how they want me to look at things as well, how they want to see what they want to see. So thank you so much, Arthur. I appreciate you giving me that good pat on the back. Law says, if we get robbed by 3 white guys, we can identify them on most shots. Okay, I got you. You mean the color. But would have a hard time doing the same thing with North African. I got you. Basically, he's saying that they can't identify whether the person's a Muslim based on the color, because they're white Muslims nowadays, as well as darker toned Muslims as well. But I understand, I get you. But the thing for me, guys, I want you all to hear me good. I am not racist. Straight up. If you black, if you white, I don't care. I don't care what color you are, brown, purple, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is how you treat me. You treat me good, I'm gonna treat you good. That's it. That's all I need. That's the bottom line for me. If you treat me bad, I might not treat you bad, but I'm not gonna be bothered with you. I'm gonna treat you like my grandma told. She said, If some people treat you bad, you treat them with a long handle spoon, out of a long handle spoon. You know what I mean? Speak and keep getting up. How you doing? All right. Keep it moving, Jack. But I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna try to hurt you if you feel me bad. But I'm not gonna be part of it. But color, man, I got white friends. I got black friends. I got Asians, and I get along with it. It doesn't matter about the skin color. And for those of you that, and this is a sensitive issue, for those of you that are anti-LGBT, you better get ready because they're not going back in the closet. Okay, they're part of this society and they're part of the world. Do I like the things that they do? Maybe some things I don't like, but I deal with them on a one-on-one basis. Okay, I have two LGBT friends, and I've never had a problem. None. We treat each other with respect. I don't like some of the things they say. I don't like some of the things they do, but I respect them as individuals. And they may not like some of the things I say and do. But just because they're gay, lesbian, whatever, I'm not just gonna kick them out. I'm not saying I'm not gonna be bothered with you. Now, you have to accept people as they are. And this world is changing. And if you don't keep up with the changes in this world, you're gonna be left behind. We got people that are transsexual. They have changed their sex. Okay? Do I like that? Would I ever do that? Nope. I'm fine where I am, thank you. But there's some people that say, "Well, I was born to be a man." I mean, and there's a woman that says, "I was born to be a man," and then there's a guy that says, "I was born to be a woman." That kind of stuff. That's happening. It's happening every day, and they're talking about changing the gender status. When you fill out the application, it says, "Are you male or female?" And there's a third category. This is, "Are you the question mark?" In between. Yeah, there's stuff like that's happening. And for those of you guys that are, I'm not gonna say you wrong, because if that's what you believe, you don't want to be part of them, and they're wrong, that's your thing. Okay? I respect you for that. But you have to understand that people are people. First of all, human beings, human beings. Do I agree with everything they do? No. Some of the things they say and do, I would never think about doing. But does that stop me from accepting them as a human being and treating them in the manner in which I would want to be treated? No. So I would suggest that you guys that are rigid, hating the LGBT, maybe think about it, okay? Think about it, because they're not going to go back in the closet, okay? And if you ever come to the Philippines, you will notice that this society embraces the LGBT community. Those of you guys are not here, there's a big star that's out here. He's on TV 6 days a week. His name is Vice Ganda. Look it up. Viceganda. Look it up. Google it. He's a huge star. Huge. People love him here. And the guy, he's a gay guy. But he dresses like a woman. If you were to see him, you would never know that he was a gay guy. Because he looks like a woman. They love him. So this community in the Philippines, they embrace the LGBT community. I'm not saying that that's not what you want to do. Don't do it. But I'm just telling you, try to be a little bit more open-minded to a certain degree. All right, let's see. I missed some stuff here. Let's see. I mean, people who have been exposed to racism. Okay, I agree with that, Klaus. I agree with that. People who have been exposed to racism are really racist themselves. Yeah, because they see the evil in it. So why would you want to do something evil? I agree with you on that. Martin Luther King said, judge a person by their character. Exactly, Arthur. You are right, man. Judge a person by their character and not by the color of their skin. Yeah, that's if we could do that, man, this world would be a better place. You know, it really would. People would stop looking at me because I'm black, of the color of my skin. It would be a better place. I mean, I do that every day. Now, I know this sounds corny, but I don't look at your color, and I don't look at your socio-economic class. If you're a bum on the street and you say good morning, sir, I say, hey, Sam, how you doing, man? And some, you know, and if you come to beg, and I in the beggars come and beg me. You have, hey, sir, you have anything? I said, no, I'm not. I don't give beggars. I don't give you. I don't give people from the street money. Well, I would take you to get a hamburger. You want to go Jollibee? Most of them said no because they want money. They don't want food. So yeah, but you guys out there, you dealing with these beggars out there, don't give them no money, please. Because you don't know where the money's going at. Sometimes they go to get drugs. Sometimes they give their mothers and fathers all kind of crazy stuff, man. Don't. But you ask them, are you hungry? I would be happy to buy you a meal. So most of them will say no, and they'll walk away. Oh yeah, I got a track. What was I saying? But yeah, judge a person by the color, and not by the color, but the content of their character. Okay? You know, personally, I don't care if people don't like my color. It doesn't matter to me. I love being black, and that's all I know. And for those of you that are white, you should love being white because that's all you know. Okay? I don't mean love it to the extent that you hate another color, but love yourself for who you are and what you are. That's what I do. I accept me for me. I know my limitations, I know my strengths, and I know my weaknesses. And I give my best to everything I do, knowing those strengths and weaknesses. And that is to better the society in which I live, whether it's in the USA or the Philippines or wherever I'm at. I do my best to be my best me, to be the best version of me every day. Sometimes I fail miserably, but there are times that I succeed. But I keep trying to be the best version of me. And that's what I recommend you guys doing. You know, be the best that you do. Be the best version of you can be every day of your life. And eventually, your goals in life will be obtained. And you'll find success in life. Okay, let's see. Okay, you heard of him. Okay. Yeah, Border. They love him, man. They love Vice. You mean, I don't know about the famous Filipino YouTube star. I'm not sure of him. But the two main gay people out here that are on TV every day is Vice Ganda. Another one is Boy Abunda, Boyabunda. Those guys are huge out here. And I don't particularly like how Vice Ganda dressed like a woman. He dressed like a woman, but he's a funny guy. He makes a lot of good jokes, and he sings, very good singer. But you know, like I say, I don't really care about a lot of stuff they do, but I judge a person on how they treat me and how I feel, how they treat others. And he's very, very giving. He gives a lot to charity, and he helps the Filipino people a lot. Uh, he said, I don't fear getting robbed in the Philippines unless it's by three lady boys. Some guard my. Woo! Man, that's funny. I'm not going to repeat what you said. You guys read it, but I'm not repeating that. But yeah, lady boys. I did a video on lady boys. I think I did one or two. But yeah, lady boys, you gotta be careful with those guys, man, because they look like a woman, right? And you know, most women are weak. Bro, you know, they're like, they're dainty, you know. But the lady boys look like a woman, but they stronger than you, man. They got muscles. You try to mess with them, they'll jack you up. You think you mess with a woman, you have to be careful, man. Lady boys are very, very deceptive. And sometimes a lady boy will look prettier than a real woman. And they have shape. They get these injections and stuff to give them shape. They get these injections to give them boobs. And they feel like a woman. So lady boys are prevalent out here as well. I had some run-ins with one of them. I don't repeat the story, but you have to be careful because I didn't really know who. I didn't know until I was told. But yeah, you have to be careful. They have a tendency to. One thing I let you know about ladyboys. they have a tendency to be very, very aggressive. Okay? And especially with foreigners. And the reason why is because they're after money. And they know that most foreigners have money on them. So they'll say, can you buy me a cup of coffee? Can you buy me a da, 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 da? Say, no, I'm sorry. They'll get in your face and they will stay with you. And then you make them mad enough, they'll jack you up. Sometimes they'll set you up for a robbery. They'll set you up. You have to be careful with the lady boy. Now, if you go to the Philippines, you go to Cebu City, a lot of them are on Osmania Boulevard. And that's where you'll find a lot of the lady boys. You'll also find a lot of the ladies of the night there as well. You want to stay away from those areas if you don't want to be accosted by one. They're very, very aggressive. Another place you'll find lady boys, if you live in Cebu and you live in Cebu City, the Ayala Mall, they hang out there a lot. And ladies of the evening as well. Now, every time I go down there and I don't have Lisa G with me, guess what? They'll come up on me and say, hey, how are you? I said, I'm fine. How you doing? Good. Good. Can you buy me a meal today? I'm hungry. I said, no, I'm not doing that. What, you want to have some fun today? I said, no, I'm here on a mission. I got to get such and such. Well, can I go with you? No. You have to keep it moving, tell them no, and keep it moving. But they don't know how to say, they don't know how to accept no. You have to keep on telling them no. All right, let's go. Derek, yeah, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my man? You all right? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Bobby Bostos? I think that sounds like the name, Andy. It sounds like a name. Uh, Down in Sukkot. You in Sukkot? All right. Yeah, border free. They will fool you. I tell you what. This story, and I did a video on this. This story about a Marine. Okay, can't remember the name of it. But this guy was a Marine, U.S. Marine, stationed in Subic Bay, Philippine area, in the Manila area. The guy he came to a bar, he met a girl, and he went to a hotel room. When he got up to the hotel room, they were getting ready to do the do, you know what I'm talking about. He found out that the girl was actually a lady boy. And he was very, very angry. Guess what, guys? This led to him assaulting the lady boy. And eventually, the lady boy she met her demise. He met her demise. The lady boy met his demise. So the Marine was arrested, and he's now serving time. They tried to get him off, but say he was self-defense. He tried to say that the lady boy attacked him, but the evidence showed that he attacked the lady boy. He's now serving time. They got a 7-year jail term here in the Philippines. And for God's sake, man, wherever you guys come out here, please follow the laws of this country and obey the rules. You do not want to be in a Filipino jail cell. Okay? I'm serious. Follow the laws. Just because you are a foreigner, that does not entitle you to escape the laws of this country. Unless you have a diplomatic visa. You want to get locked up like everybody else when you break the law. People out there, I know a lot of Americans. Well, I'm an American citizen. You can't touch me. No. You better get yourself together. Just because you're an American citizen, if you don't have a diplomatic visa, you'll be punished like everybody else. But stop trying to throw up the fact that you're an American. That's not going to help you when you break this country's laws. Obey the laws, and you will not be seen in the Filipino jail cell. In the Filipino jail cell, they are sleeping on top of each other. Yeah, literally sleeping on top. They don't have enough space. So it's one of the worst places in the world to be. And I don't want to see you guys come out here and get caught up with that. All right, what else we got? I got off the track here. Went to the market one day and looked productive. Okay. Yeah, they'll do that, man. They'll come up on you, and they'll ask you for what they want. They really will. They'll ask you for what they want, and if you don't give it to them, they'll keep on asking you, and they'll keep on annoying you until you give it to them. One time I was in the store. Lisa D and I was in Manila. She was up, we were in the hotel, 7-Eleven downstairs. Lady boy comes up to me, asked me to buy him a cup of coffee. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna buy you a cup of coffee. I don't even know you. I knew it was a lady boy, but she was one of those, some of them you can tell because they try to act like a woman, but it's always their muscles or big head face. Something giving away. On this one, it was giving away. I knew it was a lady, but I said, no, I don't have no, I can't do that. I don't buy you. I don't know you. Next thing I know, he come up in my face. You don't like me? I said, listen, man. I don't. It's not that I don't like you. I don't know you. And then he just kept pressing me. I said, security. There goes a guard standing right there. I said, security. And then he moved away. So you have to be. They are very, very persistent. Very, very persistent. All right. What else do we have here? Yes, lady boys will fool you. Some of them will fool you like they're a full-fledged woman. Now, I said that story about a lady boy, but I try to treat them with respect as well, because they're human beings also. But when they push up on me, I'm not with that, and that's when I push back. And, I don't like that. Okay, went to the market. Okay, you're relaxing with your fiance and daughter. That's nice, Derek. That is nice. That is nice. That's the way to do it. You live your life, be happy, free, and I have found that you can do that here in the Philippines. Now, you can do that in the USA and other countries as well, but it's going to take more G's. It's going to take more cash, and you're going to have a lot. But you can do it easier here in the Philippines. Like they say, it's what? More fun in the what? More fun in the Philippines. Woo, yeah, man, it's more fun in the Philippines. I'm serious about that. I can tell you, I can witness to that myself and give you a testimony. But Derek says, I saw one here and I couldn't tell. Yeah, some of them, I don't know. Lisa D knows, Lisa D can spot better than me. She knows them a mile away. She said, she'll say, that's a gay person. I said, what? He said, that's gay. I said, how can you tell? She said, look at the Adam apple. I said, Adam apple? Yeah, look on the chin. That's one way you can tell. But even some of them have a way to cover that up too. Yeah, they will fool you. They will fool you a lot. All right, guys, we're going on for a while here. Now, look here, man. Let me just say this to you guys. For those of you that like this content, for those of you that appreciate this channel, for those of you that want to see me do more of what I do, come to you more frequently on a live basis, interact with you, then you need to hit that super chat button. Now, why am I saying that? Because that's what YouTube wants me to say. That's why YouTube made the super chat button, so that you can contribute to us content creators. You like the content, you should consider contributing to this channel. Because when you do, it gives me that much more incentive to do what I do for you and to bring you the content that you enjoy so much, and to bring you the live interaction that you guys enjoy. Some of you love the live interaction. Some of you just like the videos. Thank you, Derek. Give me a tip. I appreciate that, Derek. Every little bit helps. So I'm telling you guys, the more you contribute to this channel, the more I'm going to bring you live broadcast and the more videos you will receive. Now, this is not my only source of income. So even if you didn't give anything, I'm still going to do what I do. But it helps me to do what I do better if you give. Okay? And you always know giving is much more better than what you receive. All right? Thank you guys for showing up, listening to me. I hope that you got something from some of the things I said. Keep in mind, guys, anything I say is my opinion. Okay? It does not make what I say right, and it does not make what I say wrong. It merely reflects my personal opinion. So please don't be offended by anything I've said. It was not my purpose to offend you, but it's my purpose to inform you. Okay? That's what I do. All of my videos, anytime I do a video, it's for the purposes of information, education, and inspiration. Okay? That's what I do. And sometimes there's a little bit of entertainment factor as well. So if you guys enjoy what I do, consider hitting that super chat button. Every little bit helps. All right. I said it first. Okay. Porter Free, thank you, Porter Free. Yeah, $5. Man, you gonna make me holler. Give me $1, I would holla. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Porter Free. Your man, Derek, Markel, Max, yeah, Porter Free gave me 5. Derek, and then Markel gave me, I believe, 10 earlier. Man, I appreciate that because every little bit helps. I try to give you my best. Okay, and I'm not gonna give you the worst. That's why sometimes you'll see a video for a while coming out from me. That doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. That means the video is taking me longer to prepare. You guys would be amazed how long it takes. Sometimes the smallest video can take about 4 hours. This was a 1 or 2 minute video, about 4 hours. So when you see me not bringing out a video, this means I'm working on something that's taking me a long time. Most of my videos take me about 15 to 18 hours to do. Okay? And that's usually about maybe 8 to 10 minute video. That's a lot of time. And sometimes when you do a video, you run into problems, the technical problems. You have to figure out if the computer's not right, the file crashed and got corrupted. You have to recover the file. It's a lot of stuff involved. But I enjoy doing it. And I understand why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to help people just like you guys to see that living in a foreign country can be done. And it's nothing that can hold you back from doing it except for you. Okay? All right, guys. How do I donate? Okay. There's Border Fee says click on the $ right below the chat line. So you'll see a dollar symbol. You see a happy sign, right? Happy face sign. And to the right of the happy face sign is the $. When you click on that, then it'll give you an option to put in like $1, $2, whatever you want. So that's how you would do it. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. And I want you to recommend this channel to your friends and family. Okay? Serious. Anybody you know that want to see a person living in a foreign country every day and share part of their lives with you, it's fine. I mean, because I'm doing something that most people don't do. Most people don't leave out of their little circle. They stay there for the rest of their lives. And it helps them to see that other people can do it. And it will inspire them, it may inspire them to do it at some point in time. So that's it for now, guys. Okay, you see what Ho said. Send me $100. He deserves it. Good looking out, Ho. Good looking out for a brother. Woo. All right, guys, it's been real, man. I enjoyed it. I'll try to get back with you tomorrow around the same time, and we'll do it again. All right? This is Bobby D saying take care. God bless, and peace.